ever heard in my life. I want y'all to give it up for my girl, Mecca Morphosis. God damn it.
Hold on, did I hit you? Hey y'all, what's going on? Oh my God! I feel so good. Today's been a really good day. I just hope I don't fuck it up by fucking up my poems. Had a really good day. I want to share it with y'all. I mean, it's a full moon. It's a day about release, so I'm gonna release all of that today. You know. This morning I won an award for one of my short film scripts. Thank you. And then, thank you. And then I won the top prize for the pitch competition that happened right at that house. Lastly, I guess the last bit of good news is like I just closed Romeo and Juliet. We did 40 shows. I was Juliet. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, it was just a lot of good news, a lot of good energy. Also, a lot of my homies are in the building today. Hey, Ralph's fam, where you at? Oh my God. So like literally, almost everyone I knew was able to touch the stage. And I said, I'm gonna put some juju on it so y'all can get on stage. And I'm like, oh my God, it worked out so beautifully. So I'm so happy to see y'all. And this is like my first feature outside the city in like forever. So I'm really, really excited to be here. All right. My bad, y'all. Am I talking too much? I'm a Gemini. Hey. Where my Geminis out in the building? Geminis. I like to have a conversation. I'm sorry. We're cousins now. Is that cool with y'all? All right, cool. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm a little nervous because I decided not to be a chicken and do some poems that, you know, I don't usually do. Oh my God, I did practice in the bathroom. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm scared. This first one I want to start off with. There is a little bit of call and response just in one section. So I say his number, and I want to point to y'all, and y'all say his number. Can we just practice that real quick? His number. His number. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna be reading a little bit because these poems they're not necessarily new, but I just keep them in the vault. You feel me? So y'all getting some vault shit tonight. That's cool, y'all. Some vault shit. So here's what had happened, right? So I, for the past 5 years, I've been working on my, I guess I'll call it a poetry opera, in a way where it's like, it's just not a poetry album, y'all. And I like calling things interesting shit. But yeah, it's like a little poetry opera, and I'm trying to create this like capsule about how I feel about love in my 20s, you know? So like kind of just creating that and experiencing that, but it took so long because what the fuck do you really know about love coming from 19 to 20, right? Like it's okay to be like, yes, a lot of us in here are good writers, but we are continuously writing about the same shit because we're continuously relearning about the same shit and different people in different eras of our lives in different sections, and it's just like, oh damn, what I was writing then, I'm definitely writing now. And then like later on, you're like, damn, I'm really writing that shit right now. I'm hurt. So because it's in my cell phone and I don't need nobody taking pictures and acting like I don't know, I don't got my phone poems memorized. I'm gonna read it in my book, but it's like. It's smart. It's not necessarily smart. It's I don't need to be caught lacking, cause niggas in Baltimore are gonna be like, oh, why you reading off your phone? I don't understand that. They're so bougie. But y'all like me? Y'all like my outfit? Okay, cool. I was just making sure, cause y'all like really paying attention to me right now, and I'm like, good God. Hold up. It's the Google Docs always got me fucked up. Thank you. All right. Y'all ready? Okay, listen. Y'all watch the Tyler, the Creator, what's his Tiny Desk? And you know how when he said, I'm not really a singer, I like singing because it feel good, like a warm shower. That's what's about to happen right now. Please don't be acting like I'm trying to sing for real. I don't need you giving me notes in the hallway. That's not my life. I know what I am. I'm a writer. But okay, ready, y'all? Y'all gonna snap with me? I promise I'll do some like dope memorize shit after that. I'm just saying, like, this is new. All right, ready, y'all? Da da do do, 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 da da do do. Aw shit. Aw damn. Oh no. Uh-oh, I think I left my phone in Lexington Market, so that mean that shit is gone in Lexington Market. So when I get home, everybody gonna be like, why don't you just use your iPhone, girl? I'm sorry, that's not what I'm thinking about. You could be more sensitive. Y'all can sleep snapping, my bad. Should I have sleep snapping? I did just lose everything. Everything, yes, everything. My memes, my screenshots, some notes, some poems, his number, our pictures, my mind. I said his number, his number, his number. His number was the last connection I had to him. Now I feel like I've lost everything. Your number, the only thing I kept after losing you, and all my music too. Downloads of all the times I tried to make a playlist out of you. Now how I'ma wait on your imaginary phone call where you ask me back and I say, no, I need more time. And you prove your love to me. It's like, nah, you're not that type of X, but you are that type of Y. Like, why I asked you to wait for you? Why you asked me to wait for you in the first place? When you had plans on becoming a ghost, that phone haunted with our dead conversations or old messages that used to love me, I used them for time travel. Now, does your phone do that? I bet if your phone did that, I'm sure you would do everything to get it back. Everything to get back that hope, those chances for second chances. Maybe I should change my approach. What if he called me right now and I don't even know it? And a big part of me know he won't ever do that, and if he do, he going slow like he running on sprint. So why do I do this? Imagine so big he want to be with someone like this. I could really use my phone right now. Life is getting way too close right now. Starting to feel alone, oh wow. I could really use my phone. Memories getting too close to me, too close. Close. Maybe I should look in my yesterday jeans pocket. Maybe look in my yesterday jacket, because I haven't looked in your IG in a minute. Thinking about you got me doing yesterday habits. In fact, fuck it. I don't even want to look at your caption talking about who trying to FaceTime. Nigga, me. I used to know your number by heart. Now the digits look more like the distance between us, and I'm trying to accept that there's nothing between us. But how you so selfish to leave with a question mark? Like you left a location mark to know just where to come back for pit stops to refill your heart. For good morning text, but someone else, and now I'm trying to distract myself. But how I'm gonna do that without my phone to pass the time? You gone just like my phone might be, which reminds me, why loving you always feel like a maybe? You were my screensaver, a lifesaver. Now you acting like I ain't pay my phone bill or something. And maybe I don't, but I'd do it if you help me find my phone real quick. And sure, I could ask Swifty to call my phone, but I want you to do it. I just know I'm always missing you, and you only miss me with that bullshit. But when you were here, I didn't feel disconnected or alone. Cells were nothing, no prison body or phone. And don't we lose cells every day? And don't miss them unless they carried your touch. I really need my phone right now, or just you right now, because what's a phone when you're around? I probably wouldn't be panicking right now, too distracted by the light of your face, guiding me through the darkness in me. You used to say I would lose my head if it wasn't attached. I would have lost my heart if you were attached. I'm sure you were gone before you could even left. I'm starting to think you were only as good as your memory. Thank you. Did y'all like it? Okay. Because I'm trying to be vulnerable. And y'all, I'm like, don't leave me hanging. Okay, so I'm going to read something from my book now. But yes, I've been learning a lot about love. And I do talk about technology a lot. I have a poem called Autocorrect. Okay, I'll do that real quick because y'all playing with me. Y'all playing with me because that's why I don't like doing new shit. I'm a nigga, so I'm like, I know y'all need bars. Okay, fine. I'll do something. So where Team iPhone at? Okay, Team Android, expose yourselves. Yeah, come on. We all had our time. Okay. The where you at? Where's my chirp people? That came out of nowhere in the memory. All right. Fuck you, autocorrect. You keep playing with me. Keep acting like I ain't said what I said. No phone. I said nigga. Not night, nigga. I said slave. Not space. You keep messing up my poem. Keep acting like the white people who made you trying to change my conversations to what you thought was right. Wrong. Got my tongue feeling imprisoned in my phone like I'm about to catch a case, but let me not. Because ain't it to be black to look back at a sentence and see something wrong, something not add up. Supposed to say 10 days, but now I got 10 years in an art correctional facility that is my phone plan. Come on, Knight. Nigga. You are the white friends I don't have. Always correcting my ebonics while using it. Want me to chill on that black talk because you want a good night, a safe space. You want a black person who corrects themselves in the process, who corrects themselves in the presence of whiteness automatically. Tell me why autocorrect. Every time I tell you my name is Mecca, you grip on the whip and ask, did you mean Megan? No! See, autocorrect just wants order, no. Ownership, autocorrect just wants paradise, no. Privilege in a news where every black face is autocorrect to a mugshot in neighborhoods, where gentrification is autocorrect and reestablished in history, where history is autocorrect about the victors in politics, where the only thing that flips faster than autocorrect are white allies, and I say no. I say I am correct. I am right answer. I am what I am. I said what I said, nigga. And you know what? My phone finally says nigga, and I'm starting to think it shouldn't. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, can I go back to my soft shit now? Damn. Oh my God. I mean, really, that's the thing, right? So everybody in Baltimore, we're really we gonna punch you in the face a little bit with our poems, not for real. And, but we're actually really sweet, okay? So I want to be soft. I want to go back to my soft girl shit, if that's all right with y'all. Thank you so much. So everybody say love. Yes, it's so amazing. I feel like I've really only experienced real love through my friendships, for real. Like real, authentic, real, unconditional love through those relationships, even through the low points, the high points, all of that. And, I think as I'm redefining my relationship with love, I've been writing some shit. So let's get into it. For lavender women, purple shows up in flowers and in silks. For deep plum women, purple shows up as bruises on the heart. A darker the berry fruit eaten with urgency than used up for the healing of man. Expected to be kept in darkness we blend with, then left alone at the dinner table. But when the revolution threatens to take our color away, we still love them and shield them from themselves. Even when we cannot shield ourselves from them, we love them, hoping they could love us back, and they do when we are lavender. It's a different love for women one wants to be seen with. It was only when daylight fell in love with me did I understand the feeling. How we first kissed with the deepening of my skin. The morning becoming my honeymoon. My awakening a gift. The sun being the only one that has loved me out loud. Hasn't called me bitter. Hasn't made me bitter. Doesn't mind when my darker berry juices become tart. He burns the dark thoughts that crept, begging me to grow lavender seeds from my pores. I am already the holiest of flowers. The sun doesn't even get jealous when I pray to the moon at night. With tired hands holding this love for myself together. I want someone whose favorite color is purple to come and claim and possibly love me better, love me loudly, and bring me lavenders, whoever it may be, should always know they are competing with the sun. Thank you. So, fun fact, I did that at an open mic recently, and this guy next to me, he's like, I just want you to know, my name is Soul. I said, huh? Oh. And then he was like, yeah, and guess what my favorite color is? I said, sir, please leave me be. Please leave me be. That's what you get for complimenting somebody's poem too much. Because it's just like, please leave me alone. I like the words. I don't like you that much, okay? All right, so I'm getting to another piece. Masculinity think me a Halloween pumpkin. Say I smashed that. Say I got in them guts. Laugh at me inside out on the concrete exposed in front of the men children, their candy bags filled with women's names, endless snacks, sweet enough for water mouths, unimportant enough to never satisfy their mask, thick to hide their mother's smiles and sister's resemblance, be the monster she never raised, but share the horror stories about me. Give me the trick. More than a treat, because now I'm a trick. More than a treat, he tried to make me a hollow Eve. Tried to take my right to apples. Took his rib to stab my back. I ain't need that shit anyway. So I grow a pumpkin patch to hide my holes, because they're still candling me, and it's still lit, nigga. Thank you. Thank you. The guy wasn't that bad. That wasn't about him, I promise. You ever feel like, okay, so do you ever feel like you gotta fight people with your poems sometimes, where it's just like somebody getting on your nerves or whatever? Like, oh my God, this guy came on an open mic list and was like saying all these bitches and things, and I did that poem afterwards, and he really felt the way. He came up to me, he was like, so I feel like you got a problem with me, and I was like, if you feel it, then it must be true. Get out of my open mic, please, my guy. Okay. I got my list of poems on here. I'm gonna see a TikTok rapper after this. Isn't that crazy? It's a new world. My friend wants to see him. I'm good. I'm doing another vulnerable piece, and then I'm gonna go into doing some crazy shit. I'm good on time. I'm just relaxing. I talk really fast. Everybody tells me that, so I'm trying to slow it down. Oh, yes. I'm from South Jersey. I'm from Atlantic City. So, right, that's what I'm saying. I moved to Baltimore when I was 12, so I got like a Baltimore U and a Jersey A. I'm like, ow. Okay, so, so I'm gonna get this next piece for y'all. Sorry, y'all, give me like 2 seconds. Thank you. Hold on. Where's this poem at? Shout out to the iPhones for real. Okay, y'all, you know what, I might skip it because I can't. I'm gonna find it 2 poems late deep, but I'm gonna do this next poem first. All right. My father warned me to yell fire if I was ever in danger, instead of yelling for help, because people tend to fall in buildings more than fall in women, but by the time this poem is written, I will have more stories of how I never used it. Have walls I built and walls in need of repair. Have glass bursting from the windows to my soul. I should have yelled fire, but the wind used my water against me. I couldn't yell fire, because Josh snuffed me with his body. I wouldn't yell fire, because my father's stepkids thought me a kitchen stove. The mother dared them not to touch. I just became fire, hoping to burn this body into a smoke signal and float away into sky, but they all just warmed themselves against my blaze like campfire, rubbing together their hands, trying to throw in their sticks. How can you yell fire when it needs oxygen to survive? And rape is such a suffocating thing, but y'all, ain't fire such a cliche? Ain't rape such a cliche? I know you heard of a woman scorned, but have you ever seen her scorched? Scaling like dragon, ready to breathe the flames you were looking for. Fire and brimstone be my jewelry. And I have been a burning city for so long, I told you to think twice before looking back at me now. You pillar of salt, and I'm pillar of smoke. Warning you that my mouth is no longer a melted metal, and I am screaming, not just for me, but for the girls y'all set on fire after me. This is not how I wanted to be a trailblazer, and I am so sorry that I was afraid, and I am so sorry that I was afraid to burn so brightly my father would know I did not listen to him, and everybody would know that my body is damaged, but my father warned me to yell fire. He just didn't tell me about the people who started them. I could still see the ash left under their fingertips, how Dwayne be a fire starter in Baltimore, how Josh be a fire starter in my family tree, and children will always be used to playing with fires left around the house, and we all just used to fires burning those around us. To be a voiceless victim is to be a match burnt down to the fingertips. To be a voiceless ally is to be a kerosene firecracker speed spit to the face. The glow you see from us volcano. And when we open our mouths, we must coat everything and everyone, even ourselves, in magma. So when you see the pyre with the pile of our bodies rolling towards you like hellfire, you better speak. You better cry. You better yell. Thank you. Thank you. I be trying to have y'all clap long enough so I can find this. Okay. Okay, hold up. I know the word graduate is in it. Hold up, give me a second. Shit. Okay, all right, hold up. Shit. I promise you. Okay, here's the thing, right? So I promise you, right? I found it! All right, so this is my this poem, because I wanted to share with y'all. I want to be vulnerable in these ways, because I feel like I really want to work on some of these pieces that I really just want to kind of flesh out and create and really put out there. So this is my first attempt at being spicy, but I still was end up being sad. So let's just. Nah, cause see what had happened was when I write, I be like, what's the purpose? What's the message? And I end up like, this poem is called Reclamation of a Memory, and a memory had happened. So this poem also is about I know I joke a lot. This poem is about sexual assault. I promise you I'm healed and I'm fine. I'm not sad. I feel like a lot of people, when they hear my pieces, they'll come up to me and it's like, how can you tell your business like that and all this other stuff? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, these poems are a result of my healing, you know. And you know, when people get up here, they shouldn't be seen as weak. They should just be seen as the strongest part of themselves. So, for the most part, I am the only person to have made myself orgasm. That all changed when I got my first vibrator. I was 18, hiding in a sex shop. Not from the sex that colored the shop, from the men outside who followed me and my best friend here. It's like cat callers can't go in places where sex is considered consensual. Before that, their voices called to us to come closer. I lied and said we were younger, and they asked, when do we graduate? Our phone numbers were all they cared about having, the only numbers they cared about, sorry, let me restart that now. Our phone numbers were the only numbers they cared about. The beginning of that day was to be an outing of two black teens enjoying a Baltimore summer. We had no plans on buying sex toys, but when we walked out, we learned to take sex under our own control early. After that, I never found pleasure with people because they never gave me any control. After that, I couldn't meet not one black girl who didn't feel the same. I have a theory that most black women can't help but to trauma bond when so much of our coming of age stories are built on trauma. I'll never forget the day when I met a boy I thought I had control over my body with, and he would prove to me that that was a lie. And a bunch of my femme friends was in my bedroom while I laid in my covers and told them the news, and how I still wanted to be with him because he took something from me I knew I wasn't whole without, and dangled it in between his flirts and attention. I don't think I ever really saw myself in a mirror until after I cut him off. I was naked as another Baltimore summer spread its arms through my window and touched my body. I was just as beautiful then as I am beautiful now, and I lotioned my skin until it talked back to me, held every bit of myself in my hands and folded myself into ecstasy. I've only ever felt safe in sex when I was alone. A decision is made that I am the best I will ever have. I don't ever make myself feel shame or empty. I just make myself feel, and I feel so safe in my hands. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here's the thing, I know that poem weird, right? Because it's about masturbation. So, it was good. Okay, thank you. All right. That's why I get nervous, like, oh, I don't need y'all knowing my business. Like, what? That's the one time I need somebody to be like, why are you telling about your business? Don't tell them. It's like, nah, that poem is really near and dear to my heart, so I'm glad I got to share it. So I got 2 more pieces for y'all. And then I'm out of your face. Let me make sure that's true. It is true. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read a little bit I'm gonna read a little bit of this poem. I know. I promise the last poem is memorized. I got y'all. I'm just trying to share with y'all. Okay, thank you so much. I'm not insecure. I just want y'all to have a good time. The first lesson I ever learned was not to waste anybody 3 minutes. You feel me? Oh my God, y'all so funny. Okay. All right. If I start crying, y'all owe me $1. It is dollar sign. All right. If you start crying, I'll give you a hug. I got you. When I am really tired, I let my pen empty itself on a blank page until the entire notebook turns black, staining my hands. This is the only way I know how to write black women's death. And there goes the poem. Once a storm formed in the middle of my eyes, thinking about how we have just too much experience with endings, and there goes the poem. There are half-empty water bottles all around my room. I am drinking just enough to be able to mourn some more, not sure if it's enough to live, and there goes the poem. There's another post, turning another black woman's name into a punchline. I don't laugh. It just punches and proves no one cares about black women, not even when we funny or talented or desired. I know of only one black woman who's been shot and lived to cry about it, only to be blamed for her own wound, and there goes the poem. Growing legs, wanting to run full sprint from this eulogy it is always becoming, and me tired of swallowing my phone whole, knowing not even the acid inside me can properly break down the news of another black woman's death, because damn, is Black Death ever really news if we already knew? Before we woke up this morning, before I looked up what happened, before I wrote another poem, still, somehow I woke up this morning, though in casket, soft bed full of names inside my gullet, I scream into my pillow so they have somewhere to rest. I ain't sleep all summer. You should never invoke the names of the killed unless you are ready to go to war. So I ain't sleep all summer with all the lines that kept coming about the lives this country has crossed, and there goes my poem, laying half empty across the table, me half empty across the mattress, both of us trying to become something more than ourselves, when half of the people that look like me are gone, and I want to go with them, knowing my reflection might get to me before disease or a man does, but half the day is done. My room looking just like my notebook, with ink everywhere. But the moon is still shining a light that reminds me of the women I know and have known, the stars making constellations of their spirits. Like somewhere in the night sky, there is a black woman who is wide awake in the night, but still trying her best to write for me, and right there it is. There it goes. Thank you. Okay. This is my last poem. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all time with me. Yes, I'm gonna be sprinting out, but you know, if you like me, you can follow me everywhere but my house at Mecca. And you know, also, Javon, hit that cash app so I can buy everybody products out back there, because I'm buying everything back there. I already got my juice. My juice was fire. I promise y'all I wasn't drinking. I just really like being an audience member. That's why I'm loud and crazy. But all right. My mother says to bury her in white linen pajamas. She wants to see God that way, well-rested and comfortable. My father says he is to be cremated. I can do that. He wants to be kept in the house. I'll try. He wants me to do a poem. I won't. He thinks I won't come. I think funerals are symbolic of what somebody needed in life, like rest or fire. I think births are symbolic of how a child's love for their parents would show. When I was born, I was so close to my mother's ribs, it's like I knew I would forget her heartbeat one day. And my father was so excited, he snatched me from the hospital just to show me to the sun. But it's hard to forgive my parents, being so comfortable talking about things like death, but never comfortable talking about what has been killing our family. My mom is the only God I know. She built my father wings and purpose, but I cannot forgive her for thinking she had the power to love my mental illnesses away. My father treats me as a king would his firstborn son, but I cannot forgive him for thinking he is funny when he is hurting my feelings. It's hard to forgive my parents for letting me die at the age of 9 in the hands of touchy family members, doing close to nothing, then asking what is wrong with me. I cannot forgive myself because my dad once opened his mouth so wide to yell at me. I peeked inside and saw his death and took solace in that, and now I have an ugliness that looks like an animal Adam was too afraid to name. It once was my father's rage, but now that I'm older, nothing about me belongs to my father, so who do I blame for still acting like them other than myself? I got my mother's demons, but I got my mother's smile too, so I got a little bit of God's holy. As much as I want to see God personally, I cannot waste my mother's prayers for me. My mother told me my dad didn't love the color of his skin until he saw me. My dad told me my mom's family treated her like she never belonged. I hear my father joking that I'm too irresponsible to have children, but I do have a child now. I run deep inside myself and grab that little girl who don't trust adults like me to take care of her. She don't go to nobody's house I don't trust, don't have friends that make her feel bad. She learned how to love and be loved, and I'm going to protect her in the dark, because not only is this room clean, it is saged the fuck out, because I am her parent now. So that way I can see my parents as people. And I saw the children hiding behind them too. And I remember the good things about them and myself. And I told them we have to forgive each other so that way we can grow up into. And I told them we have to forgive each other so that way we can grow up until we can't grow no more. How unconditional love is to be, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And God forbid, when my mother dies, she'll be buried amongst a hummingbird farm that will mimic her heartbeat. And when my father dies, I'll bring every sun and star with me. And when I die, I hope to be so healed, I won't have anything else to say but take me to my parents. I think I've always needed them. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, wait. I gotta keep saying that. I gotta take a picture. Ow. Thank you, guys. Oh, Meccamorphosis is my IG. Meccamorphosis is just Mecca, Morphosis. And my book, The Things I've Unlearned, is online on Amazon. Is there anybody named Brittany in the house? Because I'm supposed to get this to this girl, but she ain't never got it. And it's signed to Brittany. So if you are Brittany, you can have this book. You can just have it. Huh? Cross it out. I got you. There was like no Brittany's in here. My bad. Okay, we in Philly. My bad. There's no Brittany's in here.